Hello everyone, I'm Kevin Jacob Stanley
I'm Sean Summeray.
I'm CJ Petrov.
and we are Team Amigos. Today we will be telling you a little bit about our new game SparkleBoy. SparkleBoy Runner is a 2D endless runner video game in development and designed by us. The player controls a celestial entity known as SparkleBoy as they try to escape the collapsing ruins of space and time.
Our core experience is structured to meet the expectation of an endless runner. We do this by understanding the common fundamental elements to endless runners. Research was done during our initial sprint stages.
The target experience of SparkleBoy Runner spans across multiple playthroughs. The goal is to keep an active player base by keeping our target audience interested enough to continue playing. The level of difficulty ramps up further into gameplay so it feels challenging to maintain.
One of the main sources of inspiration was Subway Surfers. It is an endless runner that allows the player to make use of a variety of movement mechanics. This variety of movement mechanics keeps the game engaging and exciting.
When it comes to the risks, there were the known as well as the unknown ones. For the known risks, the main ones were market related and little room for growth. On the mobile phone store market, endless runners number in the hundred to thousands.
There are so many that try to stand out from each other and capitalize on the addictive core experience. Endless runners have been very popular over the rise of mobile games these last few years. With so many competing IPs, there are often a lot of creative and transformative approaches. By just being different, our game can potentially disappear into the mass.
In terms of unknown risks, that was the issue of scheduling, availability, and little room for growth. Team Amigos has interprovincial and international team members, making some deadlines stressful and communication hard.
SparkleBoy Runner is a game involving the player running through space trying to avoid obstacles. Initially, we created a horizontal endless runner where the player would be able to fly when the spacebar is held down, and gravity would play a major challenge in the game for the player to avoid obstacles.
Our plan was not to restrict the player to a 3-lane based endless runner. The primary mechanic was flying over and under obstacles, giving the player free movement for an easy to learn game experience.
After programming and testing the game multiple times in the prototype stage, as a team we realized the character controller was clumsy and way too tough for the player to get proper control when obstacles were placed generally on the map.
We decided to limit the player to only one jump, making things easier gameplay wise. We all had voted on this major decision before we moved into implementation. There were no conflicts between us as we all agreed on this decision, thus we moved on into implementing it.
The standard procedure of Team Amigos is to rapidly identify our issues when they arise, followed by cataloging the issues based on priority. When we understand the nature of an issue, we are more capable of handling it. In order to catalog an issue, we must first fully identify it.
Before we can identify the issue, we must understand it. So first things first. Take a step back, observe, and then we can follow these simple steps to fast track us to identification.
We need to ask the right questions like, what is the root cause? What does the issue affect? What can we do to solve it? Does this issue need our immediate attention? What are the potential risks this issue poses? And how can we learn from the issue?
Once we consider these questions, we can begin to identify our issue. We then convert it to a user story using the format as blank, I want blank so that blank will happen.
With the issue logged and identified, we can move on to ways to develop a solution. Our team favors start, stop, and continue, the double diamond design process model, which actually structured this whole methodology, and of course, sprints.
And finally, what's next? The future of SparkleBoy Runner is as follows. Week 1, refresher and polish, improve some past contributions and get reacquainted with the code. Week 2, character controller improvements and collectibles. Week 3, character controller again, plus hazards and power-ups. Week 4, scoring and level blocks. Week 5, death and score preservation, like high scores and stored currency. Week 6, level biomes for different generation and visual effects. Week 7 is reading week, and week 8 is design week. Week 9, story system, story, and sound effects. Week 10, additional characters and even more modes of movement. Week 11, character customization. And finally, week 12, bonus minigames and challenges. This has been Team Amigos. Thanks for watching, and see you next semester.